We started with the idea that truth isn't something frozen. It's alive, it grows, it unfolds over time. But once you really accept that, something else hits you. If truth is alive, it doesn't just live inside your head, it moves between us. It shapes how we treat each other, how we build families, communities, even laws. At some point, searching for truth stops being just a personal hobby, it becomes a responsibility. The ancient traditions understood this long before we started using phrases like the greater good. In the Hebrew prophets, the warning wasn't against knowledge itself. It was against knowledge without justice. They basically said, if your insight doesn't lead to compassion, something's off. Truth that only serves you isn't really alive, it's hoarded. Jesus, or Yeshua, summed it up simply: love your neighbor as yourself. That doesn't cancel personal conviction, it just means your convictions have to live in the same space as other people's dignity. If what I call truth crushes you, I probably need to rethink something. The Buddha said something similar in his own way. Don't just ask, is this teaching logical? Ask, what does it produce? Harm or well being? That shifts truth from being an abstract idea to something practical. It becomes something you practice, not something you own. Even Heraclitus hinted at this. He believed that our inner character shapes our destiny. What we believe eventually leaks out into how we live. There's no such thing as a purely private belief. It shows up in tone, choices, habits. It ripples outward. And that's where things get delicate. On one side, you can lose yourself in the crowd, silence your conscience, just keep the peace. History shows how dangerous that can be. On the other side, you can cling so tightly to your personal certainty that you ignore the impact it has on everyone else. That's not healthy either. So there's this tension. Stay true to your conscience, but stay aware of your effect on the community. It's not about dissolving into the group, it's about staying in conversation with it. The Tao Te Ching says the wise person doesn't hoard. The more they give, the more they have. I love that image. Truth grows when it circulates, when we share it, test it, let it be questioned. Isolation makes ideas stiff. Relationship keeps them breathing. I think that's what the greater good really is. Not some abstract slogan, but the result of millions of small choices. Every belief we hold shapes the atmosphere around us a little bit. The tone of our home, our workplace, our community. So responsibility works in two directions. First, I'm responsible for seeking truth honestly, not twisting it to protect my ego or my comfort. Second, I'm responsible for asking, what happens when this belief becomes action? Does it bring more dignity into the room? More fairness? More care? Or does it shrink the circle? Jewish tradition handled this beautifully. The rabbis preserved arguments in their sacred text. They didn't erase disagreement, they kept it. Almost like they were saying, truth grows when we wrestle with it together. Unity doesn't mean uniformity, it means shared commitment. The more I think about it, responsibility isn't something added onto truth, it's built into it. The clearer you see, the more accountable you are. And that doesn't mean living in fear of getting it wrong, it just means expanding the question. Not only do I believe this, but also, what kind of world does this belief create? Truth and the greater good are not enemies, they need each other. Personal insight pushes society forward. Community wisdom keeps personal insight from turning into ego. It's a dance, ongoing, never fully settled. In the end, truth isn't just about being correct, it's about what grows because of it. Justice, mercy, shared dignity. If truth is alive, you'll see it not only in what people say, but in how they treat each other. And that's where it really matters.